Good evening. How you guys doing? Hello, it is your girl Dreadlock Diaries. I'm here with an impromptu. I didn't plan this, but I feel like this is something I can go off the dome with. So shout out to all my people out there who are starting their lock journey. Shout out to the babies lock community, starter lock community, people that are teenage, mature, wherever you are in your lock community. Shout out to you guys. This is the impromptu stream. I was just on my other channel. I had some technical difficulties. So I'm like, all right, let me do a channel, a stream on my other channel, see how this goes. Check out this picture. This is a various styles of me on my block journey from beginning to now, and grateful and humble. There's good, bad, and the ugly with this journey. Despite those pretty pictures, there are a lot of things that I probably have not talked about in great detail. But if you are new here, please make sure you do me a favor and make sure you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. So I'm gonna get right into it. Again, here's that like button, and subscribe. Do your girl a favor. In addition to that, full disclaimer out here. Just want to put that out here really quickly. Again, shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys for coming through. And that's the cash app right now. Show you guys some love. Show you guys some love. Yes, it's another episode of my Dreadlock Diary. So today I'm gonna talk really good in detail about my entire journey from beginning to end. Although I should post a lot of pictures, a lot of short videos of my hair looking the best, the cutest. Sometimes I do show rough. I ain't gonna lie. I do show some rough parts of my lock journey on my YouTube, but for the most part, I definitely try to post the most cutest pictures on my YouTube and my social media, including TikTok and Instagram. I don't have Facebook right now, so if there's anyone on Facebook right now pretending to be me, it's not me. Just putting that out there. Yeah, but it has been a journey, and again, I will not lie. I only post probably the best pictures, but I do post some rough pictures here and there. If you're new here, if you're a returning viewer, unique viewer, cloud watcher, I want to know, what are your city, state, country, town, where you from. I will shout you out in future live streams when I do videos. When I post your videos, I'll shout out your place, let me know where you're from. Just want to be able to connect with you guys. But thank you guys so much for popping in. Shout out to the chat. I'm gonna get to you guys in a few minutes. It's your girl Dreadlock Diaries here with a live video. So from the beginning of my lock journey, I was super duper insecure, super duper insecure. Shout out to the uncommon folk and the uncommon people. Please make sure you guys show my channel and this man right here some love. Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Please make sure you visit his channel, hit a like and subscribe on his channel. In the very beginning in the lock community, and for the first 0 to 4 months, I was super duper insecure in my life journey because again, I did not look like the pictures I just threw across that screen maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago. I did not look like this at all. It was very awkward, dry. My head looked bigger than it was. It was a lot going on, and for me, it was just like, okay, please grow, 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 grow. There was a lot I couldn't do. I hated the fact that I couldn't wash it immediately. I couldn't sleep on it the way I normally would. There wasn't a lot of manipulation I couldn't do to it. It didn't look like anything but Shirley Temple curls that were slept on with no scarf, honestly speaking. But it was a lot. It was a little bit tragic for me. It was just like, sleeping on eggshells, so to say. I washed it whenever I went to get to the loctician to do my hair. I didn't wash it myself. I didn't style it myself. From 0 to 3 months into the game, I did not wash or style my own hair at all. I definitely did not. I'm gonna keep this video up here right now so you guys can see like those cutest parts. I did not wash and style my hair from 0 to 3 months. From 3, or I will say from 4 to 6 months of the lock journey, I still did not feel comfortable washing and conditioning and styling my hair. It was rough, it was hard, it was difficult. To me, I was very scared of messing up my hair. I was very scared of, doing something totally wrong that's gonna like make me look crazy and have to start my whole journey all over again. I was super duper nervous, like, oh my god, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. So I was really timid. Shout out to Third World Columbia. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you. I was looking for your live stream on your channel, but I didn't see it. But I was definitely looking to see and show love like I always do when I get a chance. But yeah, I didn't look anything like these pictures here. These pictures here are some of the best times I've done my hair or got my hair styled when I went out and I wanted to look like something. And again, for me personally speaking, no doubt, Jose, I know you do it for me all the time, so it's nothing at all. And for me, it's like, okay, Despite having these prettiest, cutest hairstyles in these pictures right here, there have been many times where my hair has been looking rough, dry, dull, not like any of these pictures, to the point where it's like, okay, you need to wash your hair, at least, and condition it, because it's looking crazy right now. And we gotta embrace those. And that's what, for me, month 4 through 6 look like. Month 4 through 6 look like for me. Whenever I didn't have time to get my hair styled professionally, I was not doing it myself between month 4 through 6. My hair was very messy. The roots were always messed up. It was really just a hot mess. I constantly had to wear a tight scarf, sometimes two scarves. I couldn't really work out a lot, although I did work out a lot. And when I did work out a lot, I noticed that a lot of my hair was definitely just so sweaty to the scalp that the whole lock had untwisted from root to end. The whole lock was untwisted. So I have this photo up here again just to show you guys where I am now as far as the prettiest moments for me and my brain and how I felt about it, with my little insecurities, whatever the case is. But moving on from month 7 to month 9, I definitely felt a little bit more confident in my lock journey, because around month 7 through month 9, I finally had an opportunity for my hair to have some form and shape and buds in it, to the point where, it wasn't unraveling as much. It was still very loose form as far as not fully locked, but it was definitely looking like something. You can tell for sure it was looking like locks. It had a look to it for sure. It didn't just look like Shirley Temple curls. It didn't just look like I had just slept on my head. It had a look to it. So it had to look like, there was something working, something happening. If you're new here right now, you're just popping in, you don't know what's going on. It's your girl Dreadlock Diaries here with a live video talking about my life journey from start to finish. Right now, I'm talking about months 7 to 9 right now, where my hair actually started looking like something, actually started looking like locks. It was actually, you could look at it and tell like it was doing something. It didn't look all woolly and crazy and all over the place. But welcome new subscribers, welcome returning viewers, welcome unique viewers, welcome cloud watchers. Thank you guys for showing me so much love. Shout out to everybody that helped me get up to 701 right now. I'm grateful, I'm humble. I love it. So appreciated. Tonight's main topic right now, from start to finish, me and my lock journey. I'm talking about month 7 through 9 and how I felt about my locks and how I looked, and what the stage was like, what it was going through, how it felt. It was still super soft and silky. It didn't really feel rough and dry like real locks. It still felt like my regular natural, loose, natural hair around that time. And moving on from month 10 to month 13 is when I really appreciated and celebrated my first year lock, and actually saw that my hair was doing things, and I saw that my hair was actually growing in length and volume and width, and it was getting very full. And I was thinking about, coloring my hair. So in this picture right here, I have a picture where I actually have no locks. I just have a cornrow style right there with the gray t-shirt in the back at the very top. And my hair was not locked at all. But it was another cute picture that I really loved of myself. I want to just throw that in there for the cameo, for the catalog, so to say. But from like month 10 to 13 or 9 to 13, my hair finally started looking like something. You can tell it was actually locks. I was able to, start washing it for the first time. It was the first time I started washing my hair. I actually started washing my hair for the first time around this time. And I was scared and nervous. I actually started trying to retwist my own hair around this time. So this was the journey around year one. I actually started to wash my own hair. Prior to year one, I didn't. I was afraid. I was scared. I was gonna mess up the parts, mess up the locks, get them twisted with the ones that I wasn't supposed to be twisted with. And I was super duper nervous. So, for me, I was just really like, I'm not gonna touch it until I go to the stylist, and that's that, and that's that. So when I finally got to year one, I had some more trust and faith in myself. I was actually able to wash my own hair. I started practicing on how to retwist it. It was not perfect. It was not great. I wasn't always using a comb. Sometimes I was just grabbing here and pulling and ripping and twisting. Sometimes I was trying to part. When it came to the back part, it was just really difficult to try to get to the back of my head where I could not see. So, I tried my best. I used mirrors. I had people help me. I got support. Whenever I felt like I couldn't go to the salon and get it done the way I really wanted to, I did what I had to do. Thank you, Third World Colombian. Shout out to Irby. How you doing, love? Thank you for popping in. Um, as far as, once I finally started learning how to wash and condition and try to retwist my hair, my goals just became better. Like my next goals thereafter was, how to do my twist out or my retwist on dry hair or wet hair nicer, neater, better, prettier. It was always a goal all the time. My weekend is going good, Irby. How was yours? I always had a goal every time I did my hair, try to make it look more slick, make it last longer, try to buy different oils and butters and creams for locks and natural hair and loose hair and 4C hair, 4D hair, try to buy new gels, different gels that, can hold my baby hairs down. Like I was always trying to like improvise and level up. And then, between like, year one and year 1.5, I finally experimented with the dyes. You guys know that I dyed my hair that honey, honey blonde kind of look, or that Mary J. Blige kind of look. I went for that blonde look. I dyed my hair, I got some color. And you can see that right here at the top of the photo. I got that color in my hair. Once I got that color in my hair, you couldn't tell me nothing. Then I learned I needed to treat it more. I needed conditioners. I needed Afro G. I needed L'Oreal. I needed leave-in conditioners. I needed moisturizers. I needed this. I needed that. I needed a whole lot more that I didn't need before. And that was kind of like a lot for me. Hello, Ramon. How are you? Thank you for coming through. And despite me loving the color and liking the look and everything, when I went from black dreads to blonde dreads, it was a big change. I noticed immediately my dreads looked different, It looked, a little bit looser. They looked a little bit longer, It's almost like getting a perm, but not getting a perm. But that chemical from the blonde color, it definitely did something to my hair, not for nothing. Like I think there may be a time I may go back to black. Honestly speaking, there may be a day I may go back to black. But moving along in the conversation, from month 15 to month 18 or 19 or so, like that, I continue to get wash and retwist at my loctician. I continue to try to do my own twists better and better. I bought more jewelry, more candy, more clips. I bought more, accessories for my hair, more earrings, more hats, more makeup for the times that I didn't want to retwist my hair because I didn't want to always over twist my hair because that could lead to damaged locks. I didn't always want to, have my hair super tight, pretty much a lot of tension. So there were times I would just wash my hair during this time frame and not do anything to it. Let it naturally just dry out and just rock it. Throw some baby hairs in a headband or a scarf or a fitted hat or a snapback or a cute hunter hat or wide brim hat and just rock out like, all right, you got this. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for pulling up on me. Um, and again, that was like the deeper, honeyed blonde color, and then I kept going lighter. I went lighter to, the bleach blonde, so the almost platinum blonde, So again, moving forward from like month 19 or like 18 to like month 21 or 24, my hair started growing longer. It started getting thicker, it started looking really, really sprouty. I was fully locked from mid root to end, it wasn't unraveling a lot. It wasn't getting tied together as much, It was really trying to do something and it was really long and full and thick. I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. And I kept the same treatment, same shampoo, same condition, same oil, same moisturizer, same scarf, same, retwist patterns, retwist appointments. I try to keep that consistent as possible. I never let a lot of people play in my locks or my hair. Two people the most tops, and that's how I kept it. Even before locks, when I had a perm, when I was going to the Dominicans, when I was straight natural, going to the Africans for braids, when I was going to like um, you know people to get wigs and weaves. Like I always had a person. I was never just going to random people. I always had a person for whatever style I was, whether I was getting, wigs, whether I was getting lace fronts, whether I was getting perms, whether I was getting box braids, extensions, whatever it was, I always had a person for that. I was never just randomly looking on the internet or going to a word of a friend. I always had a Dominican, a black person, a Jamaican or African. I always had a person for every style I wanted. We got the chinos for the feet and the nails and the waxing and the Indians, like we got a person for everything. So I always stayed in my lane of who my person was and where I was going with stuff. But shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for pulling up on me like that. So moving along, from 21 to like past 2.5 years when I'm like, 2.5 years in the game lock, again, I'm noticing a lot of growth. I can see the hair growing, touching my shoulders at this point. Like, okay, I'm getting some growth, and the ponytail's looking long and spiky. It's heavy, it's full. In the shower, taking the shower, washing it. My neck hurts, it's heavy on my neck. I can feel it, when I'm when I'm bending down, tying my shoe, or reaching for something that's in the way. Like I felt the growth, I felt the length, I felt the weight of it. I saw the texture changing, and it was really amazing. Like all the worry I put into from day one of wondering if it was gonna do the lock, if it was gonna mess up, it was gonna twist, it was gonna do the thing right. Like I really worried if it wasn't gonna do the thing, and my lock technician told me it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Hey, just chilling. How you doing? I appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. I understand. Do what you do, my love. Have a happy weekend. Thank you for doing what you just did right now. That means the world to me. I understand. Every live ain't for everybody. I totally get it. But check out my other channel. I definitely got some videos over there that you probably would appreciate. I just dropped a couple videos over there. Um, but yeah, more month 24, which is 2 years, to like maybe 24.5, or 2 years point five. Again, a lot of growth. I jumped out the window and got a brighter color. I got that light blonde color, and again, it came with a lot of learning how to treat it, condition it, wash it, maintain it, make sure it wasn't breaking or becoming brittle or anything like that. So it's like, I learned it took a lot more maintenance, after the color. Before the color, it was not that much maintenance, Again, I did notice sometimes little corn chips, little bug shots, little BDBs on the towel, on the pillowcase, or in the shower, on the floor in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, it's not a lot of hair, but I definitely didn't notice that before I dyed my hair. So, long story short, what I'm saying, once I dyed my hair, I definitely saw my texture change. I saw, the length of it changed as well too. I think I experienced a growth spurt during the time I actually started bleaching my hair and coloring my hair with the honey blonde to the regular blonde to the platinum blonde, which I currently have right now. Again, as you can see in these pictures, as I showed you guys prior, these little pictures I just posted up right now, you can see that my hair is pretty blonde, blonde, white blonde right about now. That's how bright blonde my hair is looking right now, and I'm probably gonna slow this down right now. So 5, 10 years from now, I'm not probably bald. Praise the Lord that hopefully that does not happen to me. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to do my treatments. As you can see right now in this picture, this is currently what my hair looks like. And this June 1st of 2024, I will be making 4 years locks. So that's a nice celebration. I'm so excited about that. So woohoo, 4 years, yay! But moving along, so from 2.5 years on to the game to 3 years in the game, again, a lot more growth. I watched my locks grow beyond my shoulders to the middle of my back, get thicker. Some got thinner, some became more damaged. I found some damaged locks around year 3, that I didn't notice prior to any of these years. Some of the damage is towards the end of the locks. There's some thinning. There's some weak looking locks that I didn't notice despite the treatments, the L'Oreal, the Afro G, the oils, the spritzing, the recipe I have, I experienced some thinning. I don't know if it's from styles or color. I don't know, but I have checked in with the lock community. The lock community has definitely told me it is normal, it is natural. There are many people that say they actually lose locks by this point in the game, lose whole locks, halves of locks. They completely lose them. Like they just fall right out, or they may see them on the floor in the house or in the shower or something like that. Legit just lose locks. And it's not because you're not washing or conditioning or treating or twisting or doing what you need to do, but shit just happens, like so. I don't know, but I do have an appointment with my loctician. I definitely share some pictures with her, and I definitely posted a video on YouTube maybe a couple of weeks ago showing you some thin spots in my locks. Maybe you guys have seen it, maybe have not, but if you haven't, definitely go check it out. There were a couple that were thin. I even posted some videos of some people on YouTube who actually know how to repair thin locks, because it is a thing, repairing thin locks. And there were many videos I shared where people actually using crochet needles to repair and fix those thinning locks and make them look instantaneously repaired and not thin anymore. So that's something I'll be sharing soon on my next upcoming stream, because I will be getting a few of my locks repaired. So definitely didn't think I'd be getting locks repaired so often. I mean, so soon, but I guess it's not that bad considering that June 1st, 2024 makes my 4 year lock anniversary. So I feel like I've done a great job this entire time I've been locked. It's almost 4 years, and this is the first thing I've noticed that's negative or bad with my hair, is that I have some thinning locks. And again, I don't know if that's something I did on purpose, like self sabotage, or if there's something that I missed, or if it's just natural. But according to the lock community, it's very natural. It happens all the time. People lose whole locks just fall out. So that sounds really scary to experience, and I haven't had that. So definitely make me want to up my game into a stronger treatment process to my hair to make sure that my hair is really healthy and taken care of and penetrated and moisturized and has all the protein and essential oils and vitamins it needs to continue to grow and blossom and do what it's supposed to do. So shout out to the lock community. I know you guys can appreciate this. If you guys know anybody with locks, you probably seen people with locks that may have had half a locks, missing locks, bald spots, thinningness, and again, it can happen. There are people that don't realize the longer your locks get, the heavier they get, the more weight that is. They can actually pop off your hair and break your hair, which is why people actually get trims to trim their locks to make sure that they don't experience unnecessary stress and damage and nerve problems and health problems because their hair is too long for them to carry off their neck. But we've all seen somebody in every neighborhood or community that had locks past their necks, past their back, past their butt, past their legs, past their knees, dragging the floor in a big old Jamaican, you know, scarf kind of thing that looks like amazing, straight like a Jamaican, commercial to go to vacation there. Like we've all seen that somewhere somehow. It didn't even have to be Jamaican. It could have been a Mexican person, Indian person, white person. It doesn't even matter the culture and nationality, but we've all seen someone with locks that long that is like past their ass. So a lot of people like to grow their locks long, and when they grow them long, some people need the hat to make sure the weight is not too much on their neck. That has a lot to do with it, bearing some of that weight. That weight gets heavy. Even in this avatar picture of me right now with a white towel on my shoulders, with me showing you the back of my hair after a fresh wash, it can get heavy at times. I often try to throw my hair in a ponytail or two ponytails or up on top in a bun, but even after a while, the bun gets heavy. So I try to let my hair breathe as much as possible, and that's something I learned about the lock journey. Like, you need to let your hair breathe at some point. You need to just wash it, condition it, oil it, and just leave it alone. Let it do what it do. Like, less is best sometimes, and again, that's definitely how some people get to thinning and breakage and other things like that because they do too much color, too much style, too many people in their hair, too much product, too much tension, messing with it too much, not giving it time to relax and breathe. Like too much of something can definitely be a negative thing in many different situations. So if you guys want to comment on my video, please let me know. If you guys want to relate, you have anything you want to add to this video, please let me know. I know this video is not for everybody, and everyone doesn't really, have anything to add to the dreadlock conversation. And I definitely get that. And we all support each other despite we have, like-minded or not, because we care about what each other does. So I appreciate everybody popping in, and I understand if no one has anything to add to the conversation because I get it. Not everybody, has dreads. But shout out to Just Chillin', Uri Fatal, Introvert Baweekwa. I'm trying to see if I can drop the link to the chat right now. One moment, guys. Like, I don't know, like as I'm writing, as I'm like as I'm talking to you guys right now, I just feel like my StreamYard settings are just doing like all kind of weird things. Like they're just moving around, doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So it's just like really, really weird. But again, if you're still here with me in the stream, if you haven't yet, please make sure you hit a like and subscribe to this channel. Really appreciate that. Your girl is at 701. So grateful. And my new channel is at like 216. I'm like, oh my God, thank you guys so much. But I'm definitely going to drop the link to the chat right now. I'm just getting a moment to find the link and get things, we can talk about whatever you guys want. That is the end of my from start to finish my lock journey. I love it. I recommend it for everybody. Get you somebody with lock, get you a friend, get you a associate, join the lock community, do what you do. Happy weekend for those people that do the 420 thing. Salute to you guys. I know it's 420 day. Everybody's outside. It's a nice day in New York City. So I know people outside probably doing all kind of legal things now because 420 things are legal now. Depending on where you live in the United States, you can do it legally and you don't get arrested. So I have dropped the link to the chat for anybody that wants to talk. If anybody wants to add any 2 cents. And I have my first guest introducing from the Bronx, New York. You guys know him from the Boogie Down. Some of us may call him the Colden Spears. We are going to say hello to Mr. Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. How are you?
Good evening. I apologize. It's just that I'm having problems my
Oh, no
my
problem. I
with my
understand. You
camera.
see what happened
So
to me.
uh, just came here. Yeah. So I just came here to
Oh,
show
there
some
you
love.
go.
Of course, I don't have I don't have much hair left, so I really can't talk about anything about hair loss experiences or things of that nature. I'm just looking forward to next month when I start working remotely 2 days out of the week before I go on medical leave.
Oh, very good from you. Is working remotely something you want to do? You can do it one computer screen.
Uh, I have been waiting for months. It's just that for the benefit of those who are not fully aware, I'm having problems with my left knee, which has led me to use accessoride. And it's been a lot of horror stories regarding that mode of transportation, and I have mentioned quite a bit on my YouTube channel. It's just that at least for 2 days out of the week, I don't have to worry about commuting to work.
Right. I remember you was telling me about that when we spoke on the phone. Well, that's
Yeah.
great because I know for some people, like, despite having the option to work from home, like, they feel that they really physically need to be in the office because of all of the resources and technologies and tools and software they have at the office, convenience.
Well, I mean, look. Remote working is not for everybody. I mean, there are those that do actually miss the personal content. Um, and plus, when you're working remotely, particularly when you have children, children tend to act like children. Sometimes they make noise and sometimes they yell and scream and what have you. I have more patience with dealing with children than dealing with adults who won't turn off the TV or turn off the radio when they get on Zoom.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, there are definitely inconveniences for work from home unless you have a large space where you can have a whole space or room dedicated just to work from home. But many of us don't have just an open space or a full space just to, do that. We often use whatever space we have, the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom. Many of us don't have a unoccupied space just to utilize for this purpose.
That is true. That is true. Um, and but like I said before, I'm really looking forward for remote working, and it's something that I was doing, in the midst of a pandemic, you know, um, because it was a time when there was no vaccine available. So of course we had to do social distancing. We have to wash our hands for 20 seconds. We have to make sure that we wasn't feeling ill or what have you. Sanitize your workstation, sanitize your phone, sanitize your computer. I still do that today.
That's true. When I got my new job, like that's the first thing I did, like sanitize the space. I need to buy me a little broom and dustpan because I see they don't really clean the carpet and the floor area like that. But I'm not gonna complain. I'm grateful to be there, have a job, so I'm gonna just do what I can. I even seen a little roachy on my desk. I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. But it's the city.
Believe me, I know. I have been working for the city for almost 25 years.
Yeah, when I said something, someone told me, "Oh, just bring some spray to work." I'm like, oh, I gotta buy my own sticky mats and spray. Okay, but I'm grateful, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah. Of course, I get asked this question quite a bit. When I'm going to retire? And my answer is always the same way, when it's my time.
I mean, I guess do it as long as you need to, as long as you can.
Yeah. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is this, when you've been working at any place for a long period of time, um, you start to thinking about things that you're going to do when you retire. And then sometimes you retire when it's out of necessity because your health is declining or it's more of a struggle um, to get to work and what have you. And you really have to enjoy what you do.
Yeah, a lot of us don't really enjoy what we do. We do because we have a job, we have families, or we got a life, or we got bills, responsibility. We're not actually doing what we enjoy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. It's a rarity whenever you work in an environment that you enjoy. I mean, let's face it. Living in New York is extremely expensive. I mean, the rent is expensive, the food is expensive, getting around is expensive. Um, it's incredible.
Everywhere's getting expensive. My mom moved to Georgia like maybe 4 years ago, and she's saying that it's so expensive that ever since she's been down there, every year it's got more and more expensive. It's almost like New York.
Yeah, I can believe it. Um, but there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening in social media, particularly like in Instagram and TikTok.
I'm still caught up in all this Diddy stuff, honestly.
Well, actually, the big thing that's been happening on TikTok and on YouTube is the soft guy era and the drizzle.
Yeah, I caught you and Ramon live streams about the drizzle drizzle soft guy era. Like I never heard that. Till I heard you guys say that, but I be tunnel vision, so that's probably why.
Well, basically, it's the men's response to Sprinkle Sprinkle and the idea that you have some modern women who have this outrageous expectations when it comes to men, and the fact of the matter, I think it's fine. I find it funny that some of these modern women are getting so upset over satire, and that they cannot, they cannot understand satire. Number one, and number two, I mean, when you have people who make outrageous demands as the opposite sex, well, that's going to be the response.
It's crazy though, looking at people in 2024, or like this generation of people, how they love or whatever you want to call it. Like I don't know. It's just like everything is so different. Every generation, the way things happen, courtship, and love, marriage, kids, dating, everything is different. You know how age and how it plays out, and everything is just so different now. So it's like I can't even keep up with this new generation and how they do things and stuff like that. But it's totally not on my levels. What I'm really trying to get at, though.
No, and look, the sense of entitlement is off the charts when you see some of these people and what they expect. I mean, and with some of these ladies, um, expecting guys to pay for like their babysitting, like their Uber, and take care of their rent, take care of their nails, take care of their clothing, have them travel all over the place. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, if a female expects a lot of money from a guy, you know what the guy's going to expect in return.
I mean, if a female expects a lot of money from a guy and she gets it on multiple occasions, it's like, okay, like she knows what she's doing. Call her whatever you want to call her, put a hashtag or a brand or whatever you want to put on her name, whatever the case is, of how she lives her life. If she does it successfully and she goes town to town, state to state, place to place, or she's known for that, that's one thing. But if guys are just constantly giving these females money, and they know the game and they know they're not going to be their wives or baby mamas or be the woman they're going to like build with and grow with and love, and they're going to constantly just fall into the trap. It's like, shame on them though. Like, they got to take some kind of accountability too. Like, at this point everybody know these type of women exist, so knowing that these type of women exist at this point, it's like, okay guys, you guys see too many guys go down for this same shenanigan. You guys seen too many good people, good men of good caliber, good grace go down for this type of shenanigan. Like, you gotta be better. Like, you cannot let these little heifers win. Like, hey Jojo, thank you for popping through.
Good
You
evening, Jojo.
Like, you cannot let these women just keep winning like this. Like, whether you have these women signing NDAs or whatever you do, you Diddy Cassie them or you R. Kelly them, and whatever you do, like, you cannot just like have these women just thinking like, okay, if they do whatever they do, they're gonna get the bag, they're gonna get the money, and you just be giving it to them to the point where they could be blackmailing your wife and sending pictures and all this other stuff. Like, it can't be like that.
Well, good evening, you two. But yeah, I wanted to interject on this conversation since it's now becoming very interesting. But to get straight to the point, a woman is not really going to get a dime out of me unless she's actually a wife of mine who I happen to be equally yoked with. But until then, I'm not going to walk on that thin ice. It's too much of a risk and a liability.
Absolutely. Like, I respect that. I understand that. I appreciate that. I kind of want to do this in the backstage because I kind of like want this kind of content to be like for my other channel, like not that channel, but I definitely appreciate you joining the chat. But I'm gonna make this like a backstage at some point just to let you guys know if you guys are okay with that.
No,
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah,
it's
sorry. I didn't really know, but I just came in and I heard you guys talking about this, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely something good to get in on. But I respect how you wanted to roll right now, Kishel. It's all good.
No
uh,
problem. Yeah, I can finish up any comments I have though. I'm not like cutting you guys off. Just wants to say that.
but you know,
Totally understandable.
yeah, but going back to the original topic, which is the log journey. I'm glad that you're bringing in a lot of interesting things to consider because there is a great deal of ignorance when it comes to locks, and some people have certain perspectives regarding people who wear locks, whether it be male or female. So I'm glad that you're sharing this information with us, so to help us to have a different perspective.
Well, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. Again, I know everything is not for everybody, and I definitely want to continue the conversation we're having because it is very interesting, like Georgia said. But I prefer to do it on a backstage, so I'm gonna drop the link to the channel one more time for anybody else that wants to get on this conversation that we all are saying is so juicy. We can definitely do it on a backstage. So the link to the channel has been dropped again. You want to get into this conversation? Let us know. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna go backstage. All right?
Hmm. Yeah. One of the things I have learned how to do is to pin the link in the chat, so therefore I don't have to keep putting in the entering copy and link, um, because I find it easier for me to do that. But like I said before, a lot of people are not fully aware when it comes to the history regarding locks and the journey, and the fact of the matter is, to maintain those locks, it does take a great deal of time and energy invested.
It really does, like as they grow and get longer and thicker and wilder, as more maintenance you have to put into them. And, everyone does what they do to their hair, whether you have a wig or a weave or a hair piece or your balls or, whatever you want to do to your hair. I definitely understand that, like respect to that for sure. Um, but I definitely appreciate it. In 10 years from now, maybe I won't have locks. Maybe I'll cut it all off, or maybe I'll dye it another color, or maybe I'll be all black again, back to my black original color here. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm definitely respecting and appreciating it now for whatever reason. And I enjoy it, and I love to make the content because I know it's for somebody. Because it reminds me of me looking up all the videos before I wanted to do my hair and locks and see what people are gonna say. Like, was it worth it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? So I know something is for somebody out there, at the end of it.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all, folks. Thank you guys for watching. From my start to finish my lock journey. I'll see you guys another time. Peace out. You guys want to say any outros or anything like that?
Well, as always, thank you, Keisha, for allowing me on your platform. I just want to talk a little bit about my platform. I had to have two channels. My main channel is called Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, where I talk about everyday issues and where we try to find logical solutions. And the other channel, which is not as known because I started creating content, is Latina Diaspora. And what we do is we talk about issues pertaining to the Latino community, particularly Latinos who were born and raised in the United States, and a lot of the issues that we do bring. As always, I encourage everyone that if you have not done so, please subscribe to both Dracula Dollaries and Grapevine NY. Um, my friend does produce a great deal of content, and of course, I ask everyone to do the same thing regarding George's channel. With that, thank you very much.
You're welcome, George. Or any outros, anything you want to shout about your channel?
Continue being a wonderful dreadlock advisor, though, for the dreadlock community. Lots of sound advice, lots of wisdom, and I think that people who do plan to either grow out their dreads, or they're just starting, or they already are very well established in their dreadlock journeys, I think they should all continue to be connected to you, which I firmly believe they are, because I can see that you now have 700 plus subscribers here. So you're definitely getting out there, and keep it up.
Thank you so much. So I appreciate you all for watching. That's my show for tonight. Peace out. We're gonna go backstage, do something else that you guys cannot hear. So thank you guys for watching. I'll check you guys again for another video at a later time. It's been real. Have a good weekend, and until next time, peace out.